Hey guys, Robin Slayer here, and welcome back to Doki Doki New Eyes. Now, I don't really want to waste too much time. I got on late and to start to record late, so I don't really want to get too much into it. But last time, if we want to recap, obviously we found out that Yuri's mother is not coming over that weekend. Also, she cut herself for the first time, and also then, you know, her and Monica start talking with Sayori and all that crap, talking about, like, jealousy and all that crap, so... Anyway, let's get started. Oh, Yuri! Shared your poem with everyone already?
Well, I shared it with Monica and Jake, and Sayori looks like she's focusing on something else. How did it go?
What are you talking about?
Well, you were with Jake a bit earlier, am I right? It looked like things went well. See, there was no reason to...
Oh, don't talk about that.
What? Natsuki's tone was it was so cold just now. How come? You should be happy to talk to him, right? He's not that bad after all.
Yuri, I said no. It just makes me feel uneasy being around him. So please, just don't talk about him.
What's she saying? This isn't Natsuki. Natsuki would never talk like that. She's just still reading her manga as if nothing's wrong. Hey Natsuki, what's wrong? Did he say something that embarrassed you? She closes her manga.
Did I just sound harsh, Yuri?
Natsuki looks hurt. Kind of, I just wanted to know how it went, and you suddenly answered me in a cold manner.
Oh god, I'm so sorry. It's just that...
I'm fearing the worst. Did Jake tell her something awful? No, he wouldn't do that. He probably just...
Oh, hey, I got someone's here to do stuff, so... I'm just gonna completely ignore them. Hahaha. I'm sorry, Yuri, but... I was reading that particularly upsetting passage of my manga. My mood easily fluctuates when I'm concentrated on a story. So, to answer your question, I hate admitting that, but he isn't as horrible as I thought. Then why were you being so dismissive about it? You're being super dismissive about it, Natsuki. This is why you're not. This is why you're not high on This is why you're not that high on the on my best girls list. Because you, out of all people, are doing this. Well, no, the reason why I don't have Natsuki so high on the list is because she's not, for one, she's not as interesting. Like, her story is sad about her dad, but, like, I still think that it's not the best story either. So, I think my parents are leaving to go to the store. They are. They totally are. I think they're just getting masks and stuff ready so they can get going. I don't know though. But still, with that, like, Natsuki is not, like, the type of person I would want, you know, as my waifu. I would say I'd take Sayori as my waifu, but not Natsuki. His poem was actually really good. Of course I couldn't tell him that, or else he'd start believing he's some kind of master of poems or some sort. Did you see it too?
I did. To be completely honest, I was kind of disappointed. I think he has potential, but his poem wasn't really powerful.
Really? Well, I kind of disagree. There's a certain presence emanating from it. Something that compelled me, to like it, you know? What are you laughing for?
To think that you were hating him yesterday, you made it completely 180.
Well, you know what? That doesn't matter. After all, oh god, I'm not even close to the chair. Sorry guys, alright. After all, it's not like I want to get closer to him.
Well, I wouldn't mind. I put my hand in front of my mouth. What am I saying? This is too awkward.
You what? What do you mean? You like to get closer to him?
As a friend, of course. I don't want to, you know.
Well, then, if you say so.
Natsuki gives me a weird stare. Suddenly, Monica sits next to her. How's everything going, girls?
Oh, Monica. It's all going well. Yuri and I already shared our poems to take, so we're talking about what he wrote. We don't really agree on what to think about it though.
Remember, the way you see a poem or any type of art in general is really subjective. You just have to talk it out to say what you like and what you dislike. Actually, just read his poem. I just read his poem, and if my interpretation is correct, Yuri, you dislike this poem, right? What? How did you know? It's pretty obvious. He clearly wrote with a certain style, and knowing Natsuki, it was clear that she liked it. Is that true, Natsuki?
God, Monica, don't just start saying those things. It's true that his style was interesting. It's very simplistic, yet it has a meaning behind it. It's not too elaborate. Of course, it's a first for him, but I was impressed.
Oh, so you found a meaning in this poem? I thought it was well written, but I couldn't find a deeper meaning to it. Mind telling us what it's about? Monica's right. By criticizing his poem, I didn't even take the time to try to understand what he wanted to convey. Natsuki's hesitating to give her a full opinion, though.
Actually, how can I say this? God, I can't explain it. You know, that feeling of, this is frustrating. Poems transcend words, you know?
Natsuki, I don't mean to be harsh, but poems are words.
Well, you get what I meant.
Am I dreaming, or you've actually quoted one of your manga?
Of course I didn't. Why would I do that?
Monica and I burst out into laughter. This situation is so ridiculous. Natsuki, however, is still looking at us with an exasperated expression.
You two are children.
We're just teasing you, Natsuki. Oh, by the way, Monica, what did Jake think of your poem? Oh, my poem? I don't think he really understood what it was about. He actually called my poem Freeform. Freeform? But your poem's so great, Monica. It's far from being freeform. I don't mind, though. I think he enjoyed it. He asked for an explanation, so I ended up learning a bit more about the process of writing a poem.
Oh, that's right. I haven't read your poem, Monica. Can I take a look at it?
Of course. Here you go. Monica hands Natsuki her poem. She grabs it and starts eagerly reading it.
I like it. It's not my style of writing, obviously, but I can see a lot of effort went into it. What's that about looking through a hole, though? I don't really get that part.
It's supposed to be the main part of the poem, actually.
Well, sorry, but I really enjoyed the writing, though.
That's alright. By the way, have you two shared your poems with each other yet? Oh, no, we haven't. We were busy discussing Jake's poem, so we haven't done it yet. Well then, I'll let you get to it. I'll go talk to Sayori for a little bit.
What are you gonna do to her, Monica? What are you gonna do to her? Alright, let's do it.
Natsuki and I exchange our poems.
Yep.
Well, this isn't really surprising, but I expected Natsuki to put a little bit more effort into it. I smile a little. Obviously, she didn't really try.
What's with this language?
Did you say something?
Oh, it's nothing.
We both put our respective poems back on the desk. I can see in Natsuki's eyes that she isn't too impressed by my poem either. It's true that we've never really shared our writing before, though.
Guess you could say it's fancy.
Thanks. How am I supposed to answer that? I can't really find any adjectives to describe their poem. Yours is cute.
Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clear about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute?
What's with Natsuki's behavior? She's never been this aggressive towards me. Is she just saying that because I said her poem is cute. I didn't want to be that mean. I just wanted to compliment her. I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all.
I can't just lie to her and tell her that her poem was great. How can I tell her what I think she needs to fix? It sounds like she really isn't in a good mood today, so she'll most likely get upset. As her friend, I have to tell her. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions.
If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Jake did too.
She's losing her temper. I glanced at Sayori. She looks a little surprised. I thought she didn't want to participate in the sharing of poems. Natsuki never even told me she shared hers with Sayori in the first place.
So based on that, I'll gladly give you suggestions of my own. First of all...
Excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, so unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. Those unnecessarily passive-aggressive, but Natsuki's acting so strangely. This kind of fight never happened before, so why now? Is her behavior linked to Jake? Is she just trying to act tough in front of him? I know I shouldn't be doing this, but Natsuki needs to have some sense knocked into her. And Jake liked my poem too, you know? He even told me he was impressed by it.
Oh, crap.
Natsuki stands up and looks at me. I can see her anger burning in her eyes. This isn't the Natsuki I know.
Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri.
She can't just use these as arguments. She knows perfectly well it's hard for me to talk to people. That's not what you're just, without even thinking, I stand up and look down at Natsuki. Maybe you're just jealous that Jake appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. I said it. Just a few minutes ago, we were all peacefully talking to each other, but it's her fault. She wanted it. She's just in a bad mood for God knows what reason, and she's just letting her anger out on me. This is unfair.
And how do you know, huh? How do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself?
I clenched my fist. I don't think I've ever felt such an amount of anger. Natsuki's just making herself look like a fool. No. If I was full of myself, I would have deliberately gone on my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Faking her cuteness in her poems? No, thank you. This is just lame. Sayori shyly walks toward us.
Is everything okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Jake started sewing up.
Natsuki. Oh, she went and said it. My best friend actually said it. I feel my nails digging into my skin and clench my fist even harder. How can she say something like that? Just because she wants to be the tough one? Does she want to be admired by Jake that badly? I'm sure he doesn't want to be near such a hopeless girl anyway. Natsuki, this doesn't involve you! I yelled at Monica without even thinking. This is between me and Natsuki.
I don't like fighting, guys.
I appreciate Sayori's concern too, but this is none of her business. I could feel the tension growing between me and Natsuki. I wish it didn't have to come to that, but I can't let Natsuki ruin my reputation. Her poem needs some fixing, and she's acting so childish over it. I turn to Jake and I look at him straight into the eye. Jake, she's just making me look bad.
That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate the simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meanings should just jump out to the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Let me explain that to her, Jake.
Her arguments are totally wrong, so that's why I'm making them sound so true. Why is she acting all cute in front of Jake? It makes me want to shout at her even more. Wait, There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not the only unnecessary limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Jake?
Well,
Jake's just standing there, looking alternatively at Natsuki and me. The choice shouldn't be too hard, right? My arguments are on point. There's no way he'd go for Natsuki. She's just being overly cutesy and not making any proper sense.
Yuri, you're really talented.
Well, I sighed with relief. So Jake understood what I meant. But complimenting me like that's a little...
But Natsuki has a point. No! I think that conveying feelings with few words can just be as impressive as well. It lets the reader's imagination take over, and Natsuki's poem did a pretty good job at that.
Oh, so in the end he doesn't agree with me. I should have expected that. After all, my arguments aren't that good. And Natsuki's so much cuter than I am.
Yeah, it did, didn't it? Yuri, don't say that. So how much you know?
That's not... She keeps trying to irritate me in front of Jake. Does she want me to start yelling again? That won't happen. I'm not that type of person. It's like she doesn't know me, after all. And here I thought we were friends.
Natsuki, I think that's enough. Huh? Me? But he was so mean to me.
She's trying to sound all whiny to get Jake's pity, huh? Who started it after all? She was the mean one. She was talking about my... It was entirely her fault.
Look, what we talked about yesterday was right. Writing is a really personal thing, and sharing it can definitely be hard. It's like we learned that today. Even small criticism can lead to something pretty heated.
Sayori stands by and Jake nodding in agreement. I wonder whose side she's on. She's been very quiet today, that's unusual.
Yeah, so you don't need to feel threatened. You're a great writer, Natsuki.
Natsuki's all surprised. Why does she react this way if she knows that her writing is good?
Thanks for noticing.
She looks down, not saying another word. She should be happy to get some praise. She loves it.
Yuri.
I look at Jake. Judging from the expression on his face, I must seem awful to him.
I'm sure that Natsuki didn't mean everything she said, so you don't need to feel threatened either.
His smile is so smoothing. Just looking at him makes my heart flutter. All the hatred I felt seconds ago has been replaced with some sort of happiness. What is this? Well, if you say so.
Hey, it's not like you need to apologize for me, Jake. Sheesh.
She inhales and quickly glances at me.
The thing about...
She looks around the room. She's obviously in an embarrassing situation. I can't help but feel sorry for her. Just a little.
When everyone stops staring at me.
Sayori and Monica, still watching from the back of the room, look away. I keep my attention focused on her. I know this is childish, but I'd like to hear her apologize.
Anyway, the thing about your boobs, I didn't mean it, okay? That's all.
She looks away, ignoring my gaze. I may have sounded a little harsh, or maybe... way too harsh. Now that I think about it, what was I thinking? Natsuki's my friend. How could I be so mean?
Yeah, you're naturally beautiful, Yuri.
Sayori. For some reason, this sounds too embarrassing for me to handle. Saying it in front of Jake. I'll go make some tea. I turn around, leaving everyone where they were before. While I open the closet to grab the tea set, I hear Sayori talking to Jake.
I was just trying to help. I'm sure she appreciated it, Sayori.
I shake my head. Of course I appreciated it, but it just wasn't the right moment. I put the tea set on the table and I make the kettle. I guess I need some more water again. I hear the door. I head to the door and I leave the club room as fast as possible. I close the door behind me.
Please don't tell me this is where she starts cutting herself.
What happened? What happened to our friendship? To the good mood of the club? This was both Natsuki's fault and mine. Not only should I apologize to Natsuki, but to everyone else. And what will Jake think too? Now he probably sees us as mean people. I slammed my head against my forehead. That was such a stupid thing to do. It was Jake's first day at the club as a real member, and we managed to ruin it. I sigh. I slowly walked to the nearest fountain, to the next staircase. I put the kettle under the faucet and I let it fill up. Meanwhile, I go sit on the steps, bury my face in my hands. I was so stupid. I probably hurt Natsuki too. Will she end up leaving me alone? I shouldn't have told her all those things. She's been trying her best to outgoing and talk to Jake. I told her to wait and see how it goes with them, didn't I? Maybe what Monica said was right. It was jealousy. I've never felt that angry in my entire life, and seeing her destroy my reputation in front of him irritated me even more. But why would I be jealous? He's just a random person that joined our club, isn't he? But is that what you call love? No. There's no way I'm in love with Jake. I've only known him for a day, and it seems like he doesn't really like me anyway. I chuckle. What am I even thinking? I suddenly jerk my head up. Oh no! The kettle is overflowing with water. How long as I sit here thinking? I quickly stand up and empty some of the water into the kettle into the sink. Phew. Time to get back to business then. I quickly walk back to the club room, kettle in hand. I make the water boil while I prepare myself a cup of tea. I like to ask the others if they want some, but that'd probably be too awkward, considering the lively discussion they're having. Suddenly, Monica raises her voice, presumably for me to hear as well. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How'd you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. I hesitate for a second. If I ignore the little argument we've had with Natsuki, it would be pretty interesting to share poems. Well, let's say it was worth it.
It was alright, well, mostly.
Natsuki glances at me. The cold stare she gives me sends a chill down my spine. Are we still friends? Jake, how about you?
Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone.
Awesome! In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learn something from your friends, too. So your poems will turn out even better. Another poem? It's not that I don't want to, of course, but do I have to come up with another poem idea for tomorrow? Since Jake didn't understand the one I wrote today. Oh, that's right. I wanted to ask him what his poem was about.
Jake, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go.
Eehee. Terry beams at Jake. I guess now is not really the moment to talk to him then. The two of them exit the club room, waving at us just like yesterday. They look perfect together. I'm definitely jealous. The club room's all silent now. I take a sip of my tea. In the end, I made too much of it. Nobody wanted to drink it. Suddenly, Monica comes up next to me. Well then, girls, what happened? Natsuki's at the back of the room listening to Monica from afar. Come here, Natsuki. She lazily gets up and walks towards us.
What is it?
I know this is none of my business, but I wanted to let you know. I wanted to let you both know that those arguments are pretty common when you're friends, you know. So please try to take it easy, all right? Jay didn't have to see that. I'm terribly sorry, Monica.
Yeah, me too.
Then it's all good. Make sure you two have a nice talk to settle everything, all right? I know how much you two value each other, so let's not have that go to waste. Anyway, I'm gonna have to leave now, so... Already? But you stayed longer yesterday. I know, but I have things to do. Bad things. I mean, club things. Sorry. Please close the room when you leave. Buck hands the keys to Natsuki.
Alright, I'll take care of it. See you tomorrow, Monica.
Natsuki grabs the keys from Monica and heads to walk to the back of the class without looking at me. Despite the fact she said things are fine between us, I can see they're not. Monica lowers her voice. Make sure you apologize. You got a truly valuable friend. Don't forget that. She gives me one last smile before turning around and exiting the room. It's just Natsuki and me in the club room now. This is awkward. Natsuki's just looking out the window, not making a sound. I pour some tea into a cup and I shyly call her. Natsuki. She doesn't even turn her head. Do you want some tea?
No, thank you.
How cold. I lower my gaze. Natsuki,
Again, what do you need?
do you hate me? I don't dare look at her. She's silent for a few seconds.
No, I don't. But what you said hurt me.
Are we still friends?
All the things that you said is making me doubt that we are.
I stand there completely in shock. I feel a tear roll down my cheek. Natsuki, my best friend. I am sorry. With another word, I get up from my chair and I run out of the club room to the nearest bathroom. By the time I've entered, my sleeve was already drenched with tears. I sat on one of the toilets. I quietly sob into my sleeve. Of course Natsuki would react this way. I was so mean. I'm so sorry, Natsuki. So sorry. I rest my head against the stall. I breathe. My breath feels uneven. I didn't even cry for long, but my throat hurts and my muscles feel tense. I take a few seconds to calm down. Just how can I apologize to her? I'm so bad at this. Serving some tea or trying to talk won't help me. I messed up everything. Maybe that's why.
Yuri? I know you're there. Stop hiding.
My eyes widen. What should I say? Should I say anything at all? I open my mouth to speak, but no words come out. I push the door of the stall to see Natsuki patiently waiting for me.
Why would you even... Oh, hey, did you actually cry?
I look down, hiding my eyes from Natsuki's view. I must look miserable for her to suddenly change her behavior like that. I hear her steps get closer.
Yuri, God, don't just sit in the stall like that. It's way too small.
She grabs my head and drags me out of the bathroom.
Let's sit down for a little bit.
Her voice is soft now. How can she be so soothing after our argument? This isn't right.
Don't. Let me talk first.
I sit down on the steps. Natsuki sits next to me. Our shoulders are touching. I sigh. Why is she doing this? She takes a deep breath.
Alright, so... Listen, I'm sorry, Yuri. I acted childish and I realized that I ended up hurting you. So it's just... it's my job as a role model to show you how to be responsible, right? After all this time we spent together, why would everything collapse now? Because of Jake? That'd be incredibly cliche. So, again, I'm sorry. Just that I've been going through tough times lately. I just reacted too quickly. But you said some mean things too, you know? It's so sad. I don't... Like, just the fact that... Like, Yuri is, like, that standout student, and the reason why I feel so bad is because I'm like that too. She's lucky to have friends, and if I were to join a literature club like this, I wouldn't be after them because of the girls. I wouldn't be there for the girls. I'd be there because I'd be passionate. I don't know. Because I wouldn't just go to this literature club because of the girls. I wouldn't. People would be like saying rude stuff to me and saying stuff that is not true and make me feel really terrible about it. And I don't want to feel like that. I don't ever want to feel like that. I don't ever want to feel terrible, and I don't want ever people to get into my head, but people do, and they always figure it out. They always figure out how to. Just then my brain explodes in thoughts and regrets and self-doubts and all that stuff and all that. I just don't like when just don't like it when people really feel bad, especially that my friends, I care about them deeply. I care about my friends so much that I would die for them. If it comes to a point to where something happens and I had to risk my life to do so, I would do it for my friends. That's how much I would care about my friends, and that's how much I really care. I wouldn't give up my friendship. I would never say I'd never be your friend again. I'd be happy that we're still friends. I'd still be happy that we're friends. I would never fight. I would never want to fight. And even when my friends still try to fight, I always learned how to break it up. I always learned to do something, to prove some stuff and all that. And as explained here, Yuri is just that one person who you can't really do anything about. She's an outsider like me. No one likes her. She sits alone at lunch, and I do that as well. And she just, I don't know. She's just that shy person, and I am the same way too. So I almost thought you hated me. Just because of a poem, that's ridiculous. Yuri, don't tell me you're crying again, dummy.
Sorry, Natsuki. Sorry for all those mean things I said. I thought you hated me. I rested my head against my knees. I start to weep. I can't even look at her right now. Suddenly I feel a hand on my back.
Hey now, of course I don't hate you. God, stop crying, will you? It hurts to see you like this. Everything's fine now, see? It's all settled. Now dry those tears and come help me clean up everything in the club, okay? Alright?
Take a moment to catch my breath. I feel dizzy. Will you forgive me?
Of course I will. The question is, will you?
Yes, I forgive you. Your poem wasn't actually as bad as I made it sound. I guess Jake's presence just shook us a little bit, right?
I guess so.
She looks a tad embarrassed. Tell me, Natsuki, how come you wanted Jake to side with you that much? Didn't you tell me you hated him?
No. Well, yes, but I've been thinking maybe he's not that bad. And I've enjoyed his poem, and that matters.
I stare at Natsuki with a quizzical look.
Hey, don't give me that look. He's just a friend, alright? Nothing more.
I burst into laughter. Come on, I'm just teasing you. I grin at Natsuki. Shall we forget about this whole argument, then?
Oh, well, if you implore me, I guess I can consider it.
No, wait, no. The next act. Because I think this goes on until the second act of the game. But like Natsuki and Yuri hate each other though. Because then like Yuri glitches out and says mean things about Natsuki too. Oh god, no.
Oh well, if you implore me, I guess I can consider it.
Please?
Fine.
Natsuki gets up and signs me to follow her. I guess I still need to put the tea set back in the closet. We both enter the club room. Natsuki directly heads to the closet. It seems like she was searching for something to read while I was away. Meanwhile, I walk to the desk and I get my cup of tea. I finish it and I sip it in a sip and I put it back in onto the tray. I pick it up. I guess I need to wash everything again, right? I turn around, but Natsuki calls me before I get the chance to leave.
Yuri, what do you think you're doing?
Huh? Well, I'm going to clean up the tea cups, of course.
Have you forgotten about yesterday when I saved you from certain death? Just leave that to me, and go sit a little. You look tired after all that crying.
Natsuki grabs the tray from my hands and quickly walks to the exit. So she really doesn't want me to get hurt again. I sit at my table waiting for her to come back. Guess it seems like she doesn't hate me. I have to make sure this doesn't happen again. I almost lost someone close to me. I don't want to let that happen again. I glance at my cell phone hoping for a text message from my mother. Nothing. I'm not really surprised. Suddenly the club door opens and Natsuki proudly enters, tray in hand.
There we go. I cleaned it all by myself. Who's the dependable one now?
You didn't even let me clean it though.
Cease. It doesn't matter, you owe me one again. You owe me one. Again.
She's already back into her usual teasing. I shake my head. According to you, I owe you my life. I owe you my life, you know?
Well, obviously you do.
She winks at me and puts the tea set back into the closet. She snaps her fingers. I turn my head.
Come on, it's already getting late, you know? Monica told us to close up the club room, so it's not settled here forever.
Alright. I get up from my chair and I put it back under the table. Natsuki tosses me the keys. I wait for her to exit the room. She comes out and directly looks at the window. As I lock the door, I hear her mumbling behind me. Is anything the matter, Natsuki?
Well, I was looking at the main park, and since no one's there, I thought maybe you'd like to go and take a walk. I mean, I know we already went out with Monica yesterday, but I thought that maybe it'd be good after what happened, you know?
Of course, I'd be glad to take a walk with you.
Sweet.
Natsuki laughs and runs down the stairs without even waiting for me. I take some time to look out the window. The main park is right in front of our school, and as Natsuki said, no one's there. It may be getting a little late, so everyone's probably back home already. That'll be more peaceful walk, at least. I readjust my bag on my shoulder, and I quickly walk down the stairs looking for Natsuki. Natsuki's standing there waiting for me.
Why are you taking your time? Come on, be a little more active.
Natsuki, you know this is who I am, right? We still have some time left, take it easy.
I don't have that much time, you know. Someone's waiting for me at home.
I look down. I'm happy for Natsuki. It must feel nice to have someone waiting for her when she comes home. I see then. Let's get going. I walk past Natsuki to the exit. Just a few days ago, I'll probably see my mother. Just a few days left, and I'll probably see my mother again. Just a few more days. I suddenly turn to Natsuki. She stares at me with a quizzical look. Hey, I was wondering, do you think Sayori's been pretty silent today?
No, I don't really think so. She was probably tired considering how often she oversleeps. Or she just wants to be alone. Don't worry about it too much. Plus, she went home with Jake, right? So he'll probably notice if something's wrong.
Is that so?
Yeah. Don't read into it. Don't read into it. Don't read into it too much. Let's just go and enjoy our walk.
I nod at Natsuki. She's probably right. I'm just imagining things. After all, we're Sayori's friends. She'd tell us if anything's wrong. Still, I'd love to learn more about her. We rarely spend time together, so in the end, I barely know anything about her. Natsuki and I exit the school grounds, and we directly head to the park. Everything's silent around us. I can only hear the sound of flowing water and Natsuki's steps. It's really relaxing. I sit down at the bench next to Natsuki.
I think I'm gonna end it here, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna end it right here. I'll try to record maybe more later. I want to try to see if I can get up later, get on like later. I don't. Again, I'm recording these too much, but I'm getting tired from recording stuff. This is the third video that I pre-recorded today. Oh, this is off the same game. Alright, so anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys did like it, then please smash that like button. It'd be really appreciative. Also, subscribe if you guys want brand new content as well as more to come in the future. And also hit that notification bell so that way you guys don't ever miss a single video that I upload to this channel. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys all next time. Hey guys, Robin Slayer here, and welcome back to Doki Doki YURI'S. I don't want this to go as long as it will, so I might do a couple episodes on it, and then I might choose to do maybe a live stream on it. I figured out how to live stream here on YouTube, so I will do that instead. I'm not going to try to waste as much time, so let's just get this going. Last time, I can barely remember what happened last time, but it will come back to me, the argument and stuff. Yuri was crying in the bathroom and stuff like that. Anyway, let's get going.
She looks out in the distance with a neutral expression. Natsuki? She doesn't answer. I think she may be lost in her thoughts. Is that what I look like when I do it? I chuckle a little. I take in a deep breath of fresh air and I look around me. This is exactly the kind of place that inspires me. All this nature, the ambiance created by the sounds, this cool breeze. It all feels so calm. I smile to myself and I glance at Natsuki. I should consider myself lucky to be her friend. Even though what happened today was quite an experience, it'd be too hard to forget all the moments I've spent with her, all the teasing she's done, and all the hours we've spent on arguing on whether manga is real literature or not. Natsuki suddenly turns her head towards me.
What are you laughing at? What are you laughing for, dummy? Is my face weird?
Oh no, it was just funny to see you stay silent like this for a little think for a minute.
Hey, that's my job. I'm the one supposed to tease you, you know?
Anyway, what were you thinking about?
Oh, nothing really.
Are you sure? To me, it looked like you were intensely thinking about something. You can tell me if something's on your...
I told you, I'm fine. That was just a little personal. Sorry about that.
It's pretty clear that Natsuki's lying to me. Now I'm even more curious. If you say so. A few minutes pass. Both of us are silent, looking at the park and enjoying the fresh evening breeze. I stretch on the bench. Suddenly an idea crossed my mind and I turn to Natsuki. I have an idea.
God, you startled me. What's that about? You sound fired up all of a sudden.
I was thinking, after what happened yesterday, I thought maybe it's so embarrassing to ask. This is a first for me. Would you mind having to sleep over at my house tonight? Just to make up for what happened in a way. Some way of apologizing, My voice is getting gradually inaudible. I look at Natsuki.
Oh, well, that's problematic.
Oh, I'm sorry if it sounded out of context and stupid. It wasn't my intention, so sorry.
Oh, no, that's not the problem at all. It's just that I have to go home, so...
Natsuki looks at me and sighs.
You know what? It doesn't matter. I'll just come home later and say I'm at your house. Who would enjoy a girl sleepover after all?
I sigh relief and I grin at Natsuki. Thank you. Without a thought, I put my arms around her and I hug her tightly.
Hey, Yuri.
She sighs and pats my back.
You really are a child sometimes.
She lets go of me and she ponders for a few seconds.
Well, I guess I should thank you for inviting me then. But I'm really excited now. I've never been to a sleepover before. Are you sure that won't bother you?
Of course not. I live alone at home, so that doesn't matter. I'll just lend you some of my clothes. Suddenly I burst into laughter. For a split second, I imagined Natsuki wearing one of my clothes. That would be ridiculous.
God, stop laughing. It's not my fault I'm this small. Besides, you're way too tall. I'll just manage, don't worry. I don't need your clothes.
Sorry, that was just too funny. I catch my breath, I laughed a little too much.
So cute. Not Natsuki. Natsuki's cute though. I didn't say she's not, but Yuri though, she's cute. And I can't believe that. I don't know. Anyway, shall we get going? I'm getting a little cold.
Sure thing. Well, are we heading straight home then? Natsuki hesitates once more.
No regrets. I'm coming.
Natsuki gets up from the bench and waits for me to lead the way. In the end, we didn't even have a real walk. We just ended up sitting on a bench. Just talking was better anyway. I pick up my bag and we both exit the park. Natsuki's quietly humming behind me. I didn't know it would put her in such a good mood to be invited to my house. That makes two of us. I unlock my front door and we both enter my house.
Whoa.
I turn around. Natsuki's looking all around her with a surprised expression.
Your house is bigger than I remember.
You haven't been here in years, haven't you?
We were still in grade school last time I visited you. But one thing's for sure, your house is pretty cool.
Thank you. Please have a sit. I'll make us some tea. Oh, unless you don't want some. I just assumed that.
Tea's fine. Thank you, Yuri.
She sits down on the couch, still checking out every little detail of my living room. I don't know what her house is like. I've never been there before, but I've never met her parents. Come to think of it, she's always been really evasive whenever we start talking about her parents. I'm kind of the same when it comes to my father, though. I shake my head and I grab two teacups from my cupboard. I turn on the kettle and I sit and I let the water boil. Suddenly, Natsuki calls me from the living room.
Yuri!
What is it?
You told me that...
I can't hear the rest of her sentence. I walk to the couch.
Right?
Sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
You told me you have a knife collection? Would you mind throwing it to me? I love the knife you chose last time, so I was wondering,
Of course, yeah. I'll just get our tea ready and I'll show you afterwards if that's okay.
All right then.
I return to the kitchen and I pour the boiling water in the teacups. Perfect. I bring back the 2 cups to the living room and I put one in front of Natsuki. I sit down next to her on the couch.
Thank you.
She takes a sip of it and lays back.
Whoa, your house is so comfortable. Mind if I settle here?
Well, I wouldn't mind.
Well, I mean, my father would probably...
Your father? What about him?
No, forget it. Forget I said anything. So sad. Natsuki's life is so sad. She shouldn't be that small. I looked up their heights. So apparently Yuri... You say that Yuri is really tall? She is only 5'5". She's only 5'5". Yet she looks tall. She looks super incredibly tall. So you, the protagonist, must be incredibly short. We must be incredibly short. Because I know that Sayori is 5'3", is what is said by her. Either 5'2" or 5'3". Natsuki is said to be 4'11". And Monika's height is unpredicted to me, I think. I haven't learned her height yet, and I haven't learned the protagonist's height yet. But Yuri is 5'5". There's no way she's 5'5". No way. Anyway, tell me, why did Monika want to speak to you, want you to speak to Jake so badly? Did you tell her something about wanting to talk to him?
Oh, not at all. She just said some weird things, but I didn't want to bother you two.
What do you mean, you two? I was just showing him some manga, It's not like...
I wasn't talking about anything like that, Natsuki. I was just saying you looked like you were having fun, so I didn't want to bother.
Oh, is that so? Well, I guess I did have some fun.
Natsuki's acting a little strange whenever I'm talking about Jake. I can't jump to conclusions like that, but it seems like she had a bit more than some fun. She had some more than just some fun.
Oh, Jesus. I'm probably gonna end up killing myself. I'm probably gonna end up not... No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna end up killing my voice by the time I finish this series. I thought Doki Doki Literature Club would have done that in a brand new day with the voices and stuff, but no, there's a lot of the protags dialogue and the text speech. I'm using Yuri's voice to read these.
I can't just ask her what she really thinks about him, though. She takes another sip of her tea and stands up.
So, about the knife collection.
Oh, that's right. I get up too and I head to the office. As soon as I put my hand on the doorknob, I remember what happened yesterday. I ignore it and I unlock the door.
Wow. Is this your father's office?
It is. He used to work at home, so I wasn't allowed to enter this room.
I can understand why.
She walks around the room looking at everything. She stops at the desk.
Hey, this is from a while ago. Are you leaving everything as it is? It'd make a good place to work, though.
I'm sorry, Natsuki, but I'd rather leave it like this. That came out unexpectedly cold, but I don't want Natsuki to change the way everything is in this room.
Oh, I'm sorry then.
I turn around and open the closet. Natsuki looks at it with bewildered eyes.
Whoa. When you told me you had a collection, I didn't expect it to be this big.
After a few years, I guess it adds up. See, this one's my favorite. I gently take out one of the knives from the top shelf. I hand it to Natsuki.
It's beautiful. Where did you get that one?
Actually, it was in the collection before I even started buying knives. I think my father got it during a trip to Bolivia.
Bolivia? Your father must have been really rich. What was his job?
I actually have no idea. It was so long ago I don't remember much, you know. Natsuki returned the knife to me and I placed it back on the shelf. So, what do you think?
I really like it. I'd be glad to help you choose the one next time. If you don't mind, of course.
Of course not. It'd be interesting to see your tastes. Anyway, that's it. Why don't we go and find some clothes for tonight? You can't just stay in your school uniform like that.
If you don't make fun of me, then sure.
I switch off the lights and I exit the room. I lock the door once Natsuki walks out. I directly show her the way to my room. Alright, let's see what we have here. I look through my clothes, but I can't seem to find something that suit Natsuki. All my old clothes must be somewhere in the basement, so I won't find them here anyway.
I was wondering.
I turn around, Natsuki sitting on the bed. What is it?
Were you close to your father? I know it's none of my business, but we never really talked about him, so I'm just wondering. For you to keep all those things on his desk, must mean you were close to him.
I don't really want to talk about it. I understand why Natsuki wants to, but I just don't want to remember it. It's a bit of a complex story. It's not that I don't want to talk about it, but I think you can understand that.
Oh, just a second.
She grabs her phone and pockets in her pocket, and she puts it on her ear.
Yes? I'm at a friend's house. Why?
I can hear someone shouting in the phone from here. Is that someone from her family?
No! Why? Please, just one evening.
She heavily sighs.
Alright then.
She puts her phone back in her pocket. Who was it, if I don't mind asking?
Yuri, I'm terribly sorry. Seems like my father wants me to come back home. I'm truly sorry.
It's alright. You should go home before your father worries too much. I understand. Sorry for making you stay here.
No, I wanted to stay here. It's my father's fault. He's always like that.
He's always like that? Why won't Natsuki be able to see a friend? It doesn't matter. I sadly smile at her. Well, let's go then. Natsuki has apologized at least 3 times on her way out the living room. I feel bad for her. Her father probably feels worried because of me. Well, sorry for keeping you here then. I'll see you tomorrow.
I'm so sorry.
I told you, don't worry about it. It's fine. Natsuki sighs and opens my front door.
See you tomorrow, Yuri.
I beam at her and I close the door behind her. God, I sit on the floor. I'm alone again. I thought I'd be able to spend my evening with Natsuki. I would have been able to talk to her about my concerns. But of course she had to leave. Why do these things keep happening to me? This is unfair. I'm all alone. I get up and I head to the kitchen. I'll make food for myself then. I grab a knife I look at my arm. Would it really be wrong to do it? No. As the player of this game, I feel like I should get a choice in this. One. Come on, I'm the player. Gotta give me the choice. Please, don't do it. Yuri, stop. I know you cut yourself, but damn it, I don't want you to do that. I can't even really tell if I've actually sworn in all those other ones. I can't tell if I've sworn in my last 3. I think I did in the first one. I don't know if I did in the other ones, and that's what makes me upset because I don't want to mark it as kid-friendly or not kid-friendly. Oh my god.
actually no. The last one, because the last one we did the argument. Yeah, the last one we went the argument. So why am I sitting here talking about this to you guys? But last time, the last episode I recorded was where they talk about her boobs getting bigger. So that's not something appropriate for kid audiences. Anime is not really meant for kids, though. Anime is not really like strongly suited towards kids. So I'm just gonna mark it all as not kid friendly. Because if I mark it as kid friendly, then they're gonna be like, "Ooh, I like these guys. What do they do next?" And then they watch something that involves Yuri stabbing herself 3 times, and then they're like, "Ah!" And then I get freaking copyright, and then I get freaking fined by YouTube and COPPA. So please YouTube, please understand why I have to do this. Please understand that I want to do this, that I'm only doing this for a reason, that I'm going to mark these all as not friendly at all. God damn it, Yuri, though. Stop doing it.
It's just a test. Just to see how I feel. Now that he's gone, so I don't have much else to do. Is it really so wrong? It can't be. I left my sleeve and put the knife onto my arm. Maybe this is it.
Oh no, what did it say? I couldn't read it in time.
Maybe this isn't such a good idea.
It's like hold on a second.
There's blood everywhere on my arm. Why does it feel so good? This is wrong. It shouldn't feel good. I'm harming myself. But some people smoke, don't they? These people hurt themselves by smoking and they like it, don't they? So is it wrong for me to do this? I look at my blood still dripping onto the floor.
Yeah, okay, this one's definitely going to be... This one, for sure, is going to be marked cop for that. YouTube, please understand why I have to mark it like this. I have to mark it not kid-friendly because of this. Because if kids see something like in one of the other episodes where it's not as bad and it's not as... You know, it's not as not as harmful, no swearing, no sexual references or anything. Plus, also, it's not really aimed for kids anyway, because, you know, Yuri has such big words, and kids don't really understand those big words that she uses. Even the poems she has, if people have read deep into those poems, or those poems have such a strong meaning. Please understand, please YouTube, understand why I have to mark it all as not kid-friendly.
Oh my god, what have I done? But it feels too good. What am I supposed to feel? Why am I doing this? Because I'm alone? But that makes no sense. Why would I enjoy it then? I grab my hair and I breathe slowly. Calm. I'm still myself. That was just a test. I won't do it again. I washed my bloody knife under the sink and I put my arm under the water. However, the wounds keep bleeding. It doesn't really hurt though.
Why? I don't want Yuri to do this, Yuri. Stop it. You're hurting yourself. You're harming every single thing in your body. This is why people in the world should not cut themselves. They don't need to cut themselves. Oh god. I think what I might do is that I might try to finish like the first act of the game in like series episodes, and I might try to do like a live stream somewhere this weekend or something. I don't know. I'll try this weekend to get a live stream up. Yeah, I'll try to get a live stream up this weekend.
I guess I could just leave it be and clean it later. I stumble to myself when I lie down. I hadn't noticed it yet, but I'm shaking. I look at my arm. It's covered in cuts and blood. What have I done? What have I done? No, this is wrong. These marks will last forever. There are other ways to feel good. No. Why can't I find a proper solution? What's wrong? What isn't? I bury my head under some pillows. This is giving me a headache. Some people suffer of real problems, and here I am doing it because it feels good? What's wrong with me? No, this is what people say, but is it bad because they see it this way? It's just another way to relax, just like smoking. What would Natsuki say if she saw this? Will I be able to stop? And why am I so calm? Why do I have so many questions? Calm down. Calm down. Oh. Wait, the question mark, is that her father? Because this one, oh no. This must be her father speaking to her from memory. Oh, this makes a lot of sense now.
And this one comes from Bolivia.
Bolivia? Where is that?
It's really far away. One day you'll go there, Yuri. You have a big future.
Will I be able to go see the sea?
Of course. And you see, that one comes from...
Dad, come back, please. Dad, where am I? Did I fall asleep? I glanced at the clock. Morning already?
Oh my god, I can't read, these are too fast.
I got up from the couch. Ow! I fell on my side. What? My arm is still covered in blood. So this wasn't a dream. I really did this. It didn't hurt yesterday, but now I just feel horrible. What was I thinking? I tried to get up again. I feel a little dizzy. I'll have to eat a little. It seems like I lost quite an amount of blood while I was sleeping. But first, I need to clean my arms, so I have to see if what I did was really deep. I'm scared to see what I'll see, but it's necessary. I can finally move my arm freely. The wounds aren't too deep. Thank God I didn't cut more. How would I have explained it? I head to the kitchen and I get myself some food. Everything feels surreal. That kind of feeling I get when I'm hungry. I grab some fruits in my fridge. I'm not really eating anything else. I'm not a very good cook and I hate supermarket pre-cooked meals. I sit down at my table and I slowly eat. I'll probably have to apologize to Natsuki today. I wonder how it went with her parents. If she didn't get grounded.
Yuri, it's way worse than getting grounded. It's way worse. If I can only speak to Yuri. If only I could speak to Yuri. Oh my god, I am tired as all hell right now. Jesus Christ. Man, I'm still tired. It's like 2 in the afternoon, almost 3. Jesus. I don't know. I've been getting good. I've been getting a good amount of sleep. I've always been going from usually 12 to like 8 o'clock, and I usually try to get up at like 8 or 9.
I clean my hands in the sink and I head to my room. I can't keep those clothes on. The sleeve is soaked in blood. I soon won't have any clean clothes left to wear. I should think about doing my laundry at some point. I take off my uniform and I leave it on my bed. I get a clean one from the closet and I put it on. I gotta stop saying I sigh. Everything feels incredibly repetitive. I don't really get why some people fancy living alone. It's always the same: go home, eat, sleep. Thank God I still have my books. I open the window to get a bit of fresh air. The weather sure is good today. Since my class has started a little later than usual, I guess I have a habit of time to go and walk for a little bit. I close the window and exit my room. I grab my bag on the floor. Before I put my hand on the doorknob, I glance at the office. I drop my bag on the floor and I accidentally walk to the door. I unlock it and I step in. This isn't a good idea. It definitely isn't.
Oh, jeez. Then I was like, is the music gonna go silent again? Is she gonna take?
But what if I feel the urge to do it, just like I did yesterday? No, I shouldn't take the risk. It's not like I have to do it, especially at school of all places. Actually, I open the closet and grab a little pocket knife from the bottom shelf. It's a bit dull, so if I end up doing something wrong, it won't be dangerous. I'll stop at some point, I promise. But how can I forget such a feeling of ecstasy when I'm doing it? I'm allowed to feel good, am I not? I stuff the knife into my bag under all my books. I try not to use it, but just in case. I take a deep breath and I finally exit my house. I wonder if Sayori overslept again. I don't want to act clingy or anything, but I wonder, would she mind if I came and meet her before school? She most likely overslept, so I'll probably find her at her house. I sound really creepy, but maybe that'll be a surprise for her. Supplies. Oh no, wait, not supplies. Oh, this is gonna kill my voice. I gotta remember to bring a drink down with me every time I do this. Especially when I want to do a live stream, dude. Especially if I want to do a live stream on this. I'm gonna need it. Jesus, yeah, I'm gonna need it whenever I can get the chance to. I turn left and I start walking to her house. Oh, that's why I can't view the thing. It's been so long since I've seen this. Oh, what a beautiful sight. Oh. But down the street. Sari doesn't live too far away, so it only took a few minutes to get to her home. I put my hand on her front gate, but it won't budge. Maybe I could call her, or that would be a little too much. She's most likely just sleeping, but maybe I could wake her up so she isn't late for once. I ring at her front gate. I waited several minutes. There's no motion in the house. I guess she doesn't want to wake up then. And I turn around and I ponder for a few seconds. What am I supposed to do now? I still have some time to kill and Sayori's not available. Maybe I could take a walk just like yesterday. It could be a little refreshing to get some fresh forest. I think there's a little river in the forest nearby. I used to go there with Natsuki when we were kids. I'm sure it'd be a good occasion to. Oh God, my poem. With all the things that happened yesterday, I totally forgotten about it. I just find a spot to write for a little bit. I won't have my usual comfort, but I can't afford to go back home now. I'll find some inspiration near the river. The sound of flowing water is relaxing. I sit down on the bench and I put my bag next to me. It looks good. It looks like a good place to write a little. I take my notebook out of my bag. I guess it. Did I just see someone near the river? I thought I was alone here. That person looks awfully familiar. Hey, is that Seiyu? I stopped talking. Why is she here in the first place? She's just sitting next to the river. Shouldn't she be in class though? I just sit here staring at her for a few minutes. No. She looks at her own arm and lifts her sleeve. What? What? Did I just see that? No, I must be dreaming. I could swear I saw a wound on Sayori's arm. She puts her sleeve back in place and takes a book out of her bag. No, Sayori wouldn't do this. Does it make her feel good too? Maybe that's why she's always so happy. It wouldn't be enough to explain why she's here though. I'd like to go and see her, but she looks so focused. I can't just bother her like that. Without making noise, I get up from my bench and I put my notebook in my bag. I'll stop spying on her like this. Friends don't do these things. This is wrong. I can't get what I've seen out of my head. What did Sayori do to her arm? No, I'm probably overthinking this. She'd tell us if she ever did something like that, but I didn't tell anyone. Though I do it because I want it, right? Not because I'm sad. Sayori was silent yesterday, so maybe she was sad. I shake my head. This is none of my business. Once again, I grab my notebook in my bag. I'll really have to talk about this with Sayori. It doesn't matter if I sound pushy or if it's too straightforward. This is bothering me too much. I take a deep breath and I open my notebook. I have no idea about what to write about. I was thinking maybe I should write something about myself and what I'm doing. I need to exteriorize what I'm feeling. I know it'll make me feel better. But if it makes makes me sound egotistical, then maybe I could make it abstract. I could use symbolism to actually convey my emotions through another concept. That sounds like it could work. I start writing a few lines. It's surprisingly hard to come up with the right words, but it's slowly starting to look good. After a few minutes of writing and erasing, I blow on the page and to remove all the eraser marks.
Okay, I'm gonna kind of chill out here for a second, collect my thoughts. So, Sayori. That was so weird. Why would she see Sayori? Sayori doesn't have cuffs on her arms because if you remember from the original game, she actually wears clothing that reveals her sleeves, reveals her arms. She doesn't. She wears a really short sleeve shirt and some short shorts. And looking on her arm, nothing was there. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. So, I don't know if this was Monica getting into Yuri's head, or if that's what actually Sayori was doing, or if that was actually Sayori that Yuri was seeing. I wonder though. Ooh, hold on. My phone was warning me if it was a spam caller, so thank you, phone. You are my best friend. Okay. Wait, what? I didn't click. I didn't even click. Whatever. It looks good. The rhythm's good, and it isn't too tricky or too easy to understand. I don't know if Jake will be able to understand it. I've done my best to make it enjoyable, even without any meaning. Now I can't wait to see what he'll think. I sigh and I put everything back into my bag. I glance up the river once again. Sayori's still there, reading her book. No, I'm definitely not going to bother her right now. I turn around and I head to exit the park. The streets are empty. How long did I... Oh no! Is it that late already? I had totally forgotten about the time. I break into a run and heading for the school. I'm all out of breath. My arm started hurting while I was running too. I hope it didn't start bleeding. Classes must have started already. I enter the building without stopping to catch my breath. I rest my head against the wall. Classes must have started at least an hour ago. I probably missed a lot, and I'll probably get weird stares when entering the room. I slowly exhale. I can do this. I knock on the door and I enter. I already looked at my table without looking at anybody else. Why can I feel all those stares on me? What's wrong with being late? I clutch my knife into my bag. No, I mustn't touch that. I sit at my desk, still looking down. I did it. They'll stop looking at me now. I shyly look around me. Some students are still looking at me and whispering, "Stop this." I rest my head in my arms. I can hear my slow breath. Their whispers are getting too distant. I stretch my arms. Did I fall asleep in class? I slowly raise my head to look around me. The classroom is empty. Is it noon already? How come nobody woke me up? You took your time. I turn around in my chair to see Natsuki sitting behind me. Class is already over, you know. Did you stay up all night? Oh, hi, Natsuki. No, I'm just feeling a little tired. I got enough sleep, I promise. Alright, so before we get back to our usual selves, I almost said sleeves right there. Did you see that, Yuri? Did you see that was part of your cutting your knife thing? I mean, what now? Hold on a second, Yuri. Your usual selves. I'd just like to say sorry for yesterday. I was looking forward to our evening and I messed it all up. So yeah, sorry. It's fine. I hope you didn't get into too much trouble. Oh, not at all. I just explained everything calmly. Anyway, the way she's speaking clearly indicates that she's lying. She probably got yelled at, or even grounded. You're late to the club again, and I was the only one in the room, so I was getting bored. Why don't you come with me? Of course, isn't Monica there already? No, I've looked for her, but I can't seem to find her anywhere. Same goes for Sayori. I see.
Sayori. Is she still at the same spot reading her book? Maybe I should have talked to her. I pack my things, but before we exit the room, I tap on Natsuki's shoulder.
What is it?
You know what you said about being alone sometimes?
Oh, that? 2 days ago when we were talking with Monica, is that right?
Indeed. Well, I was just wondering, do you think Sayori is that kind of person? The type who likes to be left alone?
That kind of person? To be honest, I don't think it works that way. We all have a little part of us that wants to be alone at some point. So I think maybe Sayori wants to be left alone too. So don't you ever feel that this way.
No, not really. I'm actually scared of loneliness.
Oh, that's totally normal. Don't worry though, at some point, you'll learn to appreciate loneliness. Well, a little bit of loneliness. There will always be people around you. So yeah, to answer your question, we're all that kind of person. Sometimes it takes a lack of company to really appreciate those who are close to you. What's wrong?
What you said was really impressive. I'm surprised that's not the kind of advice I hear every day, especially coming from you.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
I'm just teasing you. Let's just get going. Natsuki exits the room. I didn't want to tell her about Sayori. I wouldn't like it if someone actually said something about me behind my back. I can't take the risk with Sayori though. Maybe I should just talk to her later. I follow Natsuki out of the room. Natsuki's anxiously looking around the corridor. Aren't you going to the club?
In a second. It's just bothering me to see that Monica isn't here yet. I've checked every single room and I just can't find her.
Let's not bother with that then. I still have a book to finish.
Oh, that's right. I have a manga to finish too.
We both lazily climb to the stairs leading to the second floor. It's all silent around us. I glance inside the room, but it seems like it's still empty. I'm concerned both about Sayori and Monica. Why aren't these two here or here already? They should be. Shall I go check on Sayori? No, she may not even be at the same place. I shake my head and I enter the club. Natsuki immediately runs at her desk and sits down. She grabs a manga from the pile she put in front of her. I put my bag next to hers and I sit down too. I take a few seconds to breathe. It feels like I'm at home here. I grab my book from my bag and I open it to the page I stopped at yesterday. I didn't even get the chance to read as much as I wanted to. So many things have been happening lately. Hopefully things will be back to normal once Jake. Did my heart just skip a beat? I just happened to imagine his face and...
What are you doing?
Oh, just reading.
To me it looks like you weren't reading. You haven't turned a page for a whole minute. Aren't you a fast reader?
Well, I was just thinking about something, but that doesn't matter, don't worry.
You say so.
I'll also have to find out about what Natsuki thinks of Jake. I'm probably way too curious, but I really want to know what she feels. Isn't it this what friends do? I'm pretty sure it is. I'll concentrate on my book for a bit. I'm overthinking things again. I turn my page and I finally get started with a new chapter. Somebody knocks on the door. I don't look up. I need to finish this paragraph. Suddenly the door opens. Natsuki and I both turn around.
Hello, girls!
We both get up from the chair and greet her.
Hey, Sayori!
How are you?
I'm all good.
Finally, someone has arrived. I've got to admit, I'm relieved to see Sayori.
Did you ever sleep again? I may have. Make sure you get a good sleep cycle, alright?
Sayori just nods. I'm pretty sure she didn't oversleep. She wasn't at home this morning and it was all pretty early. Just what is she hiding? Did you at least get some time to write a poem?
Oh yeah, I did.
Natsuki and I both stand here waiting for her to show us her poem. She's just staring at us, smiling.
Alright.
We both get back to our seats. Didn't she want to show us her poem? From the corner of my eye, I see her throwing her bag into a corner. Her smile has vanished. maybe I should talk to her. Before I get the chance, Jake enters the room. Sayori immediately starts smiling and walks up to him.
Hi, Jake.
Yo, Sayori. I don't know why. I just think it's so weird. It says, he goes, Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today.
I'm just still not used to being in the club, that's all.
What she's saying sounds so genuine. I just can't believe her though. It's really weird. I can't really understand her. Why it's just bothering me so much.
I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. That's not like you at all.
I swear I just heard Sayori's voice shaking. Something's not right here.
I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Why that all of a sudden?
I think I know where this is going. So Jake actually knows Sayori really well.
No reason really. I just wanted to look at it.
I look up from my book to see Sayori getting her purse. She opens it and she turns it upside down. 2 small coins fall out of it. I can't really blame her. I always end up buying too many books with my money. I get back to my reading, still half listening to them.
I knew it. I can see it right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought the snack before coming to the clubroom. So either you're not hungry and wanted an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money and so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry, and so that leaves the one option.
Fairly impressive. His reasoning was really well thought out. Actually, it makes sense.
Wow! I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty.
Well, thinking I slightly get chuckle. The situation is so funny I can't control myself. This is a little embarrassing. I slowly look up from my book and stare at Jake. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Suddenly, Sayori walks to me and grabs my shoulders.
Yuri, tell Jake to let me borrow some money.
What am I supposed to do now? Either I side with Sayori and Jake will probably see me as a childish girl, or side with him and I'll lose my chance to get closer to Sayori. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And finally, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. I suddenly close my book and I gasp. I didn't mean that. I just got too absorbed in my book. Sarah looks at me with a puzzled expression. Did I just sound really harsh? I could swear I saw her flinch for a second.
I really like it when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you.
There's no way you could think that. After what I just said to her, Sayori still compliments me. It makes me want to talk to her all the more, but this is a little embarrassing. I glance at Jake, he's gently smiling at me. Most likely assumed by Sayori's words.
You were right though. I did something bad and now I have to accept the revolution.
I chuckle. I cough to hide my laughter. I don't want Sayori to be hurt. She's hilarious. Retribution.
That
still coming from you, Sayori. I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Excuse me? Before I get the chance to keep teasing her, Jake jumps in.
Don't let her fool you. Siri knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But, you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori.
From the corner of my eye, I noticed Natsuki slowly approaching us, 2 cookies in hand.
Yuri saw this coming before we even did. No! Stop! 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 Oh, God, my voice is gonna kill. My voice is already dying out.
I need to really like warm up my voices and stuff. Like, I don't just wake up, so it's really hard to like
warm up my voice.
Jesus.
Just what is she planning to do? It's like her gaze is locked on Sayori. Wait, don't tell me she's gonna... Hiya! I almost fell from my chair. A huge cookie slapped Sayori in the face. So this is what Natsuki was preparing. I turned my head to see her with a proud look on her face. I slowly shake my head, grinning at her. Ow! What was... a cookie? Sayori soon loses focus on the cookie, and looks around her, looking for the culprit. She dramatically puts her hands in front of her mouth. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution? Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I chuckle while looking at Jake. He looks a bit embarrassed because of Sayori's lack of memory. We stop looking at each other, at least he does. I can't bring myself to stop looking at his eyes. Such a deep, yet vibrant color. Red. Without warning, Natsuki walks up in front of me and points at Sayori. I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Natsuki! That's so nice of you! I'm so happy! She tightly hugs the cookie, almost crushing it into 1,000 pieces. Somehow I feel like she's faking something. I can't pinpoint what it is, but something's definitely off. Or maybe I'm just overthinking because what I saw this morning. Yuri is a smart person, so I think yet again, you, the protagonist, is the most stupidest, the most oblivious character in this entire game. The entire game. Oh my god, I'm just trying to think. I'm gonna try to see if I can take short breaks. It's not like a live stream or anything, and just doing stuff. I want to do a live stream on this at some point, though. Just maybe like try to finish off the whole game, because I want to finish this first act of the game and then work my way to the second act of the game. But I wonder if it's gonna skip all the way to Sunday. I want it to skip all the way to Sunday. Whatever. That's probably it. I shake my head and I look at the comical scene taking place in front of me. Jeez, just eat it. She tears the wrapper and takes a big bite out of it. She chews for a while before swallowing it. Now I want to taste it too. So good! She clasps her hand over her mouth. I bit my tongue! Once again, I have trouble suppressing my laughter. How can she be so expressive and funny at all the time? Teach me your secret, Sayori! You're going through a lot over this one cookie. She takes another bite of her cookie. Weird, Natsuki usually brings me one. Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez, beggars can't be choosers. Sayori suddenly looks at Natsuki with her puppy eyes. She takes a deep breath, but she's going for the cute voice. Yours is chocolate. Without hesitation, Natsuki answers. She's strong. Resisting the puppy eyes isn't really an easy task. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Sayori goes by Natsuki and wraps her arms around her. Meanwhile, Jake is awkwardly standing there, staring at us with an amazed look. Jeez. I get it. Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. However, she strikes too fast. She takes a bite of Natsuki's cookie. No, of course I was wrong. She wouldn't bother taking a bite out of her cookie if she weren't hungry. Hey! Did you just seriously do that? Sayori runs away to the corner of the room, still chewing the cookie she mercilessly stole from Natsuki. I can't hold it anymore. I burst out laughing with Jake. Natsuki's reaction is priceless, and Sayori's behaving just like a kid. This is just too good. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori? She glances around the room. Now that I think about it, Monica still hasn't arrived. I had totally forgotten about that. Seems like Sayori did too, or Natsuki did too. Where is Monica anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Sayori returns to her initial position next to Jake. She smiles at Natsuki, probably teasing her over the whole cookies shenanigan.
Not me. Yeah, I haven't either.
That's a bit unusual.
I hope she's okay. Of course he's okay. He probably just has something to do today. He's pretty popular after all.
Suddenly, Sayori's expression transforms. It seems like she has to come to a rather enlightening conclusion.
You don't think she has a...
As I expected from Sayori. I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. She's the most popular out of us. Of course, she'd be desirable. It'd make me a little sad, of course, not seeing our club president. But if that can make her happy, I guess I can forgive and forget about it. I look over to see Sayori deep in thought.
That's true.
Natsuki looks like she disagree. She doesn't agree. Maybe she's feeling a little jealous.
Excuse me.
Before we get the chance to tease her some more, the club door swings open. Monica emerges into the room with a panicked look on her face. What was she doing with that boyfriend of hers? Wait, this is merely Sayori's theory, right? I silently laugh. This is why Sayori's life is so fun. At least it seems fun.
No, it's not. It may make you seem like your life. Maybe it may make it look like you're fun, but hers, no. Good, no. Sayori though, like if you know her life is depressing all the time. I've gone through 50 minutes of the video, and you guys haven't even heard of Monica once. Every episode must have Monica in it because just Monica. Ugh. Oh no. No! Stop it. Don't mind what I'm doing there. Something about on the YouTube page. Don't mind about that. It was just something I'm doing for my Minecraft hardcore series. Shut up. Alright, I gotta get my voice ready for you, Monica.
Sorry, I'm super sorry.
Ah, there you are.
Sorry, I'm super sorry. I didn't mean to be late. Hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Sayori approaches Monica with a curious look.
Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed.
Natsuki and I glance at each other. Of course she'd talk about it to Monica. She can't escape Sayori's perfect theory. But boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? She glances at Jake, who's clearly not understanding the situation, like a freaking oblivious piece of crap. With an amused look, she shrugs. Or he shrugs.
Never mind that. What held you up anyway?
Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kinda just lost track of time.
That makes no sense though. You would have at least heard the bell ring. You would have heard the bell ring at least.
I must have not heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. Impressive. How can she be so efficient? I barely have time to read. So maybe this is why she left us yesterday. There's no shame in showing others you played the piano, though. She's such a beautiful instrument. Who wouldn't admire a pianist? I don't really. I just kind of started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano.
I really do too. Piano is such an interesting instrument. That I've always liked the trumpet for some reason. I don't know why. I just felt like the trumpet was one too that I really enjoyed. But yet again, that's just coming from me. That's my opinion. My voice is gonna die out. Stop it, voice. Yet again, almost about another hour. We got so much Doki Doki content coming your way, guys. So much Doki Doki content. I gotta remember what I'm doing. With my Doki Doki content. What the hell's going on? I'll worry about it later. Oh my goodness. I had to put my cat in the video at some point. To get the views. No, you gotta get the views. No, you gotta get the views. See? You gotta get the views. You should play in here. Being just a gentle kitty. Well, she always does. That's so cool! You should play something for us, Monica.
That's... She quickly glances at Jake. I guess it really is nerve-wracking to play an instrument in front of someone. Jake, on top of that... Maybe once I get a little better, I will.
Yay! That sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it.
Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Jake. She grins at him. Monica's smile really is beautiful. Damn it. Monica's smile is beautiful. Monica's smile really is beautiful. Maybe this is why Siri immediately assumed she had a boyfriend. Love.
Didn't mean any pressure or anything like that.
Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently. And I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready.
I see. In that case, best of luck.
Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? Jake ponders for a few seconds. Monica ended up missing Siri's little extravaganza, but I suppose that's not really relevant right now. Well, it would have been better if she'd been here, though. In the end, he simply shrugs.
Not really.
Everyone gets back into their seats. I grabbed the book I left, and I opened it up to the last page I read. Somehow, I have trouble concentrating. Jake's right next to me. This is stressful. Take a deep breath and I get back to my book. It's not long before Natsuki comes up to Jake. Not only did she stop him, did she stop hating him, but she's getting closer to him. I feel a knot in my stomach. Maybe I should have should have a talk with Monica at some point. I glance at Jake and Natsuki. He's following her to the closet, presumably to find some more manga. Without warning, Natsuki turns around and yells at Monica. She really isn't herself when she's with Jake, huh? I shake my head and I start reading again. Why am I feeling so uneasy? It's not quite like yesterday. Suddenly I feel my arm contract several times. I didn't even... How come it's acting funny? Stop this. I grab my arm with my right hand. I anxiously look around to see if anyone's watching. I close the book. My left arm is literally shaking. It's not in pain, but I somehow believe it may be linked to what I'm feeling right now. Do I need to do it? Just a little to calm down. After all, Jake's presence is a little bit stress-inducing. And since she's spending time with Natsuki and Monica and Siri talking to each other, so it's just me. I'm allowed to do it, right? Just a little. Without a second thought, I grab my bag and head out. I close the door behind me. Part of me wants to think that this isn't a good idea, but in the end, it'll be a positive thing. If it can help me calm down, then it's a good thing. Monica would agree, wouldn't she? She's always saying what matters is being at ease. This is definitely a way to feel at ease. I walk up the stairs and I stop at the top of the steps. I drop my bag and I grab my knife under my books. I remove the security lock. I take a deep breath. This is fine. It'll be okay. It's my own life. It's my own choice. If I'm doing it on purpose, then it can't be bad. Without thinking, I start softly cutting my skin. Just a little.
This isn't fun. This is not fun. This is not fun. This is not fun. Yuri, I don't like seeing you this way. I don't know. I wouldn't ever want anybody to be like that, especially one of my friends. I care my friends so much, and if they do something like that, like cutting themselves, I will always be here to let them know. Cause like, like if it's an accidental cut, if you've accidentally cut yourself, because sometimes I've accidentally cut myself before, cooking and stuff like that. If you're chopping something up, I've accidentally like cut myself before. It hurts. It hurts. Trust me. Don't be like, oh, it's like Yuri. She cuts herself and it doesn't hurt. And you're like, I wonder. I want to test that out for myself. No, it hurts. It does not hurt. It hurts. It does. It doesn't feel good. It hurts. And like my dog has scratched me before. Not my cat. You would think my cat, but my dog's claws are sharp. I tried taking a bone from him once, and he tried to jump up and take it from me. Or no, it was a stick, and then it jumped up to me, and he accidentally clawed through my wrist. It was by accident though, because he didn't mean it. But man, that hurt a lot. That hurt like a whole bunch. Because there was a mark there for like a few months. It hurt like all living. It hurt like all hell.
I'm feeling all dizzy. So many cuts. They're not even deep, but did I really need to make that many? Maybe it's a... Maybe it wasn't... Is anyone there?
I think it's Monica. Wait.
Is this Sayori?
Yuri, is that you?
I slowly walked down the stairs as who was calling my name. Please don't tell me it's Sayori. I see the top of her hair down the stairs. This isn't good, definitely not good.
It's me. Don't be scared.
I shake the blood off my arms and I stand in front of her. Sayori.
Yuri, are you alright?
I'm shaking. Sayori looks absorbedly mortified. What have I done? I just wanted to feel better. Sayori.
Oh my. Oh. Don't tell me you...
I do the first thing I can think of. Even if it means sounding like I'm weak, I can't let anyone know. This isn't anyone's business, it's mine. Sayori, please don't tell anyone. Please, I beg you. She's looking at me with empty eyes. It's just, you have to understand, you know? It's not a bad thing. I'm doing it for myself. Please forget what you've seen. Please. My voice is gradually getting louder. It's like Sayori's not listening to me. She's lost in her thoughts. Sayori! She snaps back into reality and looks at me, still with the same horrified look.
Yes, I won't tell anyone, Yuri. Don't worry.
I stagger a little. I need to get back to the club room. Away from here. I'll get going.
Yuri, please don't.
You have no right to talk about that Sayori. Sayori looks heartbroken. I know I shouldn't have used what I've seen this morning as an argument, but it's too late now. I look past her and I head to the club room. Why? Why did I talk to her like that? I didn't know what else to do. What if she has to live through the same thing? Have I been too harsh? Most likely. I open the door and I head into the club room.
Why is the music different? Why is the music not like the clubroom music? This is so weird. Yuri, just confess your feelings to Yuri. Let Yuri know what you're feeling.
Oh my god.
Oh, I'm feeling so tired. My voice is really dying out. To put her on a video at some point.
I hear the door close behind me as I head to the table. Monica's peacefully sitting at the table while Natsuki and Jake are still cheerfully talking. Ooh. I glance at my right arm again. No, I've been way too harsh with Sayori. She'll feel bad because of me. I must apologize. This is the least I could do. Once again, I exit the room. This time Monica wasn't busy, so she may have noticed my absence. I hope I won't seem too suspicious. Now, where was Sayori headed when she found me? The third floor? No, that would be useless. There's nothing to see up there. Maybe she wanted to breathe some fresh air. I turned left and I walked down the stairs. Now, where can she be? Maybe if I apologize... Ow! I feel a sharp pain in my left arm. It's like I bumped into someone.
What the hell? Who are you?
What a weird person.
Oh. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Sorry.
The girl holds her hand out for me to grab. She helps me back onto my feet. It's fine, don't worry. I feel really uneasy. I wasn't careful. I could have hurt her. She's smaller than me, too. I take a few seconds to look at her. I can't help but look at the scars she's trying to hide on her face. I'm sorry, I think you dropped your book. I look down, indeed, it's on the floor. It must have fallen from my bag. I pick it up. Excuse me? Yes?
Do you actually like reading? Pardon the question, it's just I like reading too, and your book looks...
Her voice is barely audible. As weird as she seems, I feel sympathy for her. Maybe even epiphany? Empathy. She reminds me of myself a little. Indeed, I love reading. I've started this book recently. Have you ever read it?
Yes, I've read the entire series.
Her eyes light up with excitement. She's definitely like me. What were the odds? The people from my class don't usually talk to me like that. As I look at her some more, I've noticed her uniform isn't quite the same as ours. If you don't mind asking, what are you doing here? It's like you're not from our school, is that right?
No, I'm on a temporary cultural trip. I was looking for a friend, actually. Do you know someone named Hiseo? Have you seen a boy with a different uniform recently?
Well, not really. I don't remember seeing anyone. The girl sighs.
Thanks anyway.
We both stand there awkwardly for about 10 seconds or so. Suddenly she mumbles something. Pardon?
I'm sorry if that sounded a bit stupid, but what's your name?
Oh, that's fine, really. My name's Yuri. And what's yours? She looks genuinely happy that I told her my name.
It's Hanako.
What a beautiful name. Glad to meet you, Hanako.
Glad to meet you, Yuri.
She keeps glancing at my book. I get the feeling that she wants to discuss it. I feel really embarrassed, but Hanako looks like a shy and calm person, someone I could get along with. Do you want to discuss it a little? I have a bit of time, and since you've read this book, maybe you'd like to talk about it, or I don't know.
Yes, please, if you don't mind.
Of course not. Shall we head out a bit?
Sure.
We both get the.
Oh, but you forgot about Sayori. No. You forgot about Sayori. You ran into the person and totally forgot about Sayori. Dude, that's weird. That's weird. This is weird. This is a weird storyline. I don't really like the new character is weird, or this is not even the character from the original game. This is his perspective view. So this person never joined the club because this person was from another school. Makes sense. I'm saying like, wait a minute. Yuri, just invite her to the club. That's what I was saying in my head as I was reading it, and then when she said she was from a different school, I was like, oh, okay. I don't know why, but like all the anime uniforms look exactly like the ones from, like all the other ones are different from the Doki Doki ones, because this is the only one that the only one they actually use different uniforms for. Every other uniform for the girls look either a little different or really similar, or they're all the same.
We both go up the hall and we sit on the bench. I reach out to
Yuri. I'm sorry, but what? Why are there cuts on your arms? You're bleeding a little.
Of course, I wasn't careful enough when I grabbed the book. Hanako doesn't look as panicked as Sayori was, though.
I didn't want to ask about it. I can understand. I'd only like to say that...
She takes a deep breath. She looks a little nervous. Well, who wouldn't be in this situation?
In the school I come from, there are a lot of people who have problems, and these problems, they like to be normal. Like you. Me too. Me too. So whatever's making you feel this isn't worth losing what you have. Your skin is is of a beautiful pale texture. Don't waste this. That's all. I'm sorry, maybe this isn't my business. Sorry.
I gently shake my head. No, I understand what you mean. I totally understand. I don't feel so good. I should be more careful. 2 cases in less than an hour. At this rate, someone will find out. I'm going to have to go back to my club room, Hanako. I'm sorry about this. Maybe we can talk another time.
Actually, I was looking for Hiseo because we were heading back to our school. So, until we meet again, Yuri.
Oh, is that so? I hope we'll meet again, Hanako. Thank you for what you've said. I think I understand what you meant.
I'm glad. Goodbye, Yuri.
She shyly waves at me, and she turns around, enter the building. What a weird encounter. But what she said, what kind of school does she go to? And most importantly, how could I show my weakness so easily? But she's not wrong. I'm just permanently hurting my body for my own enjoyment. Although, isn't life about enjoying things? This is bothering me too much. Why would such a random encounter happen at such a time? I should be spending time with the others. Maybe Monica is worrying about me. Maybe she came looking for me. I quickly climb up the stairs to the club room. Before I even walk up the last step, I hear her voice in front of me.
How was it?
I quickly look up and see Monica staring at me. Sorry. How was it? You were talking to a girl, is that right? So Monica was wondering where I was. Oh, I just bumped into her, nothing more. We talked for a few minutes. How did you know that? I haven't seen you when we were talking. Oh, that. It's just... I was testing a little. New character files, importing data. I was just trying something. What? Monica, it makes no sense. Do you believe in supernatural things, Yuri? Sometimes, yes, but why are you asking these questions? You're being scary, Monica. I can't quite understand what she wants to say. I knew this was gonna happen. I knew something like this was gonna happen where the glitch thing... I've been recording well over an hour. But I'm gonna keep going just for a little bit longer because I'm curious now. It's only the third day and she's acting strange. I can't quite understand what she wants to say. I just want to go back to the club room. I try walking past her, but she doesn't let me. What if I told you you're not real? Excuse me? What if I told you this isn't reality? That this is merely a predetermined world created by a superior entity? Would you believe me, Yuri? I laugh a little. How am I supposed to react? Monica, are you alright? What do you mean you were testing a little? Hanako wasn't real. How do you know her name? What do you mean, Monica? The situation makes no sense. I'm ready for a jump scare. She heavily sighs. Of course. I should have expected this. Expected what? You're worrying me. Did anything happen in the club room? Sorry, Yuri. Sorry, but I knew it. Reloading game? Oh, Jesus Christ, it scared me. Oh, no. My back hurts. Just what? It said reloading game. Oh, no. Oh, no. Already in the game. Oh, no. This is the third day. But yet again, that's where Monica reveals her fourth wall break. This is where she breaks the fourth wall. This is where the little thing happens. Well, yet again, the poem hole in the wall was, but this one was the actual leak into it. Oh my god, that scared the living hell out of me, though. I don't like this already. I don't like when she says, "I'm sorry, Yuri," and then all that happens is poof. Monica, why are you doing this? This is why you're least best girl. They're all best girl, but this is why she's least best girl. Yuri is most best girl. She doesn't deserve anything that's happening to her. I quickly look around me, try to understand the reason for my presence here. Did I really fall asleep on the stairs? I slowly lift my sleeve. The cuts are still there. I don't remember. And think I passed out shortly after Sayori found me.
Oh no, she couldn't even remember the person. No! She couldn't even remember that person she had a conversation with. Oh no! Well, Monica, why are you doing this?
I couldn't even apologize to her in the end. I feel like I'm omitting something. I know something's wrong, but I can't seem to find out what it is.
I'm sorry, I'm legit stopping too much, so I can't stop thinking about it. So, I legit thought when it said reloading game, I was sitting there like, I'm sorry, I was like, I knew something was gonna happen as soon as I clicked it. I was like, as soon as she said, I'm sorry, Yuri, I was like, I knew as soon as I clicked that, I knew as soon as I clicked, she was gonna be gone. The game was gonna reset or something like that. It was freaking terrifying. I thought I can get over the jump scares by now because I'm used to the Doki stuff, but god damn. It's terrible.
I know something's wrong, but I can't seem to find out what it is. I struggled to get back onto my feet. My legs are asleep, but just how long have I stayed in this position? I checked the time on my phone. Maybe Sayori is already back at the club. I look down the rest of the stairs out ahead for the club room. Before entering the room, I peek inside. It seems like Natsuki and Jake are still having their chat. Monika's waiting at a table, just like earlier. However, Sayori's still not there. Still here. I'd like to go and find her, but I believe this wouldn't be such a great idea. If I end up bothering her like she did with me, no, I'll just wait for her here. I enter the room without making a noise.
There we go. There's my original Doki theme.
This time, Monika immediately notices me. She waits for me to sit at the table across from her. Where were you, Yuri? I totally wasn't messing up our world. Our reality. Your existence. I've been searching for you, but I couldn't find you. Oh, I was out to breathe a little. Oh, is that so? Still feeling a little jealous? She says that this last sentence like with a little grin on her face, clearly teasing me. I don't think the feeling I've had was jealousy this time, though. That must be it, I guess. I see. Well, if you need anything, come see me. I'm just waiting for Sayori to come back before we start sharing poems. By the way, she leans in closer and whispers, please refrain from sharing your poems with Sayori. I suspect that she's really not confident about hers, and it probably makes her feel bad. So please, I take a few seconds to absorb about Monika's words.
Why is seriously Natsuki knows Sayori pretty well? Why does Yuri don't know Sayori? Monika, you are stupid. Don't judge me. Anyway.
In a normal situation, I would have believed that sharing poems could be a great way to express herself. But if Monika tells me that this isn't a good idea, on top of that, what I've seen this morning was definitely real. Judging by the hurt look on her face earlier today at the river, it's clear that the wound she has was done to herself. I sigh. I totally understand. I'm counting on you to make her feel more at ease then. Of course! Of course, Yuri! As the club president, it's my duty to take care of such issues. I'll stop bothering you. Feel free to get back to your reading. She gets up from her seat and leaves me alone at the table. I can't help but worry about Sayori. It's just like I'm not alone thinking about her. I'm sure Monika will take care of her in a proper manner. I shake my head and I grab my book in my bag. Huh? I noticed a few blood stains on the cover. The book looks a little worn. Did it fall somewhere? I don't recall reading my book while I was out there.
Because you don't, Yuri. Jesus. Alright, I think I'll just end it here, guys. I'm already a little shocked as it is, so we're gonna save it. Alright, well, Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys did like it, then please smash that like button. It'd be really appreciative. Also, thank you guys. Also, please subscribe for brand new more content and also more to come. And to see things like this. Also, please hit that notification bell so you guys don't ever miss a single video that I upload. This was a crazy experience. Out of everything that has happened, what's going on outside? Whatever, I'll try to worry about it in a second. But it was a crazy experience. This was legitimately terrifying. I have nothing else to say. I really have nothing else to say. I was wondering if that heater guy showed up. Please, I don't see anybody. I don't see anybody in the driveway. So, sorry. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys all next time.